that people come to librarians is that information seeking lacks human filters, right? It is beneficial to people when they're seeking information to utilize another human brain to help them figure out what they're looking for. That's why reference librarians work, right? If people always knew what they were looking for, they wouldn't need you. You are the filter through which their need becomes applied to some piece of information that actually helps them. The rise of the real-time web has the potential to disenfranchise librarians as that needed point. Okay, why? Because the real-time web makes everyone communicative in real time. At this point, my information-seeking behavior, if I need to know something, the first place I go is Twitter. And not because I think the answer is already going to be there. I go there because I can say, hey, I'm looking for this. Can somebody help? And I have 1,000 people who are then going to try and help me, right? Most of them librarians, all of them very, very smart. So I don't need to go to a central place. I can just throw a question out there and say, I need this. And the web, right, the people that I'm connected to, will help. I'm in a unique position because I know lots of librarians, and I have I'm an early adopter of technologies, right? So I have kind of the early view of some of this stuff, I think. William Gibson, one of my favorite novelists, once said that the future is already here. It's not just evenly distributed. So I like to think that we're seeing little pieces of the future, and it's just going to become more evenly distributed. Once this real-time communication stream becomes ubiquitous, and people can ask a question and have 4,000, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000 people immediately looking at it and returning them an answer, it's the ultimate in crowdsourced information. You don't then need an expert because somewhere in your group of followers there will be 1 or 2 or 5. Okay? This is maybe less likely for special librarians because you're doing a very different job than the rest of us, right? People don't crowdsource medical questions because they think they're going to get the best answer, otherwise they'd go to a doctor. They crowdsource medical questions because they want a fast answer, right? For the same reason, people don't ask legal questions of law librarians because they want a fast answer, they want the right answer, right? But the difference between fast and right is very quickly collapsing. When all information, and I know that people disagree with me, but when all information is online, and it's coming, when all information is online and indexable and searchable, right? And you have, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000 people that can come through it for you in a matter of 30, 45 seconds, the distinction between those two things really changes. This isn't going to happen tomorrow. It's probably not going to happen in 2 years. But I think 5 years, there's going to be some changes in the way that people deal with information in significant ways. And we have the ability, the possibility for the expert role of the librarian to get disenfranchised pretty quickly. Anytime communication interactions scale, anytime you have a move from a small network to a larger network, anytime you have communications that become ubiquitous, things change in weird ways. We'll talk about some of that in the mobile talk later because mobile is the fastest growing communication structure in the history of the world. But when communication interactions scale and when communities around topics can form with absolutely no barriers, right? If the internet is for anything, it's for the ability to find and join communities. It's for communication between people of like interest. When the communities that form around information are trivially easy to do when you can go online and find a group of expert thinkers on any one topic, and those expert thinkers then have ubiquitous knowledge at their command. Information seeking is going to move away from known experts into these communities. Research has shown time and time and time and time again that the first place that people go is their peer group for information seeking. When they don't know something, the first place they ask is their peer group. When your peer group is the entire internet, things change.